So what is your name?
Brent Samples.
Okay, where are you from, Brent?
I'm from Pratt, West Virginia.
Pratt, West Virginia. So what injury did you have that brought you to Faith in Motion?
Messed up shoulder brought me to faith. And, like I said, I had worked through traditional therapy. And, at that point, between insurance and the PT there, I was as good as I was going to get. And, still with that, I couldn't perform the activities, that, I do on a regular basis, whitewater kayaking. One example that comes to mind, when I left there, even though I was released, I couldn't lift my kayak above my head.
Oh my gosh, okay. So what was your experience like here with Faith?
Here with Faith, we, went ahead, took a look at the shoulder, saw what the problem was, and, instead of focusing on, what I shouldn't do, we focused on what I could do. And, it was probably, 2 visits, after that, the boat was above my head. And, 2 more visits, the next 2 weeks, golly season started. And, it was one of my better seasons with, 20 upper golly laps.
So with your past experience with physical therapy versus physical therapy with Faith, how is it different?
The biggest, most important difference with Faith is like, I'm working, with her, the entire time. She's involved, from start to finish. We don't, have exercises prescribed. She prescribes the exercises, and, we do them.
Awesome. So why did you choose Faith in Motion?
I had, met Faith, at another clinic, and watched her treating patients, and watched her approach. And when I saw how quickly her patients were progressing versus how quickly I was progressing, that led me to her. When I found out she had set up her own clinic, that was the obvious choice.
So would you recommend Faith in Motion to anybody with an injury?
I strongly recommend Faith in Motion, not only to those folks that are injured, but to active adults that need coaching, guidance to keep us out of trouble.
So now that you've been a patient and worked with Faith, what can you do now that you couldn't do before?
Most importantly, like I said, I'm staying on the river. But, overhead lifts, anything there, that would cause shoulder pain. Just being able to work through all those activities without pain is a major plus.
Awesome.